Comfortable afternoon for baseball. 61 degrees our game time temperature. The 1-2. Line towards center field. Powell has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball, but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. His career numbers against Manaea. He's had some success, 5 for 11. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Powell looking up. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. It's a solo home run here for Mike Trout. First home run of the campaign for him as the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started, but to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
Here's Justin Upton now.
Justin Upton.
And he fouls this one off. Upton, or simply J-Up, he was a first-round pick back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Upton in a hole, 0-2 the count to him.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. But that is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
1 out, nobody on. And Upton won't chase that one. It's 1-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Hey, D-Row, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's off.
Here's Albert now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line to the right side. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Third baseman, number 7, Zach Cozart.
Standing in now, Zach Cozart. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Cozart, a 32-year-old veteran. He was taken in the 2nd round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden, he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
Down the third baseline, and that's through for a hit. Oh, but the feed to the shortstop is off the mark.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball one.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
Fouled off. Pujols at second. Cozart at first. 2 out in the inning. Neck-high fastball that time.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Just a bit low, ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Wow, he's looking awfully shaky to start this game, guys. That's 3 hits and a walk. And there's no doubt that he's fighting himself right now. See if he can get this train back on the rails here.
Ready now for L.A., Andrelton Simmons. And the Angels looking for more here in the opening frame of the contest. He's set, and the pitch. The fastball down near the shoe tops. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. A Mike Trout home run. On to the bottom of the first at the Coliseum, and the Halos are off to an early 1-0 lead. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Garrett Richards is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, I'm a big fan of Garrett Richards. This guy's stuff is unbelievable. 95 to 97 miles an hour with sink, and sometimes that fastball he throws, it has a mind of its own. Sometimes it sinks, sometimes it cuts. Good, hard, vicious breaking slider, and his changeup has gotten better. The key to Garrett Richards is staying healthy, and if he's healthy and brings his A game, he has the potential to throw a no-hitter every time he takes the bump.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Calhoun, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a solo shot for Jed Lowrie. First home run of the campaign for him, and the A's are back to even now. It's 1 apiece.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse. Sent out of here in a hurry.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. There to get it is Kinsler on to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Chris Davis comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. He was selected in the 7th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Batting fifth, first baseman.
At the plate, Matt Olson. Richards comes set. First pitch on the way. A high fastball is in there. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. The 1-1 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Piscotty is off at first with 2 away. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. One for the A's, courtesy of Jed Lowry. Second inning coming up, all tied at 1-1. And now for the Angels, Chris Young. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Chris Young.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. The 1-0. Popped him up. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out. Standing in, Martin Maldonado. His career numbers against Minaya. He's a perfect 2 for 2. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounded to short. Throw on to.
The batter number 3, second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line towards center field, and this will be a base hit for Kinsler. And the inning stays alive. It'll bring Mike Trout to the plate next.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. Oh, heater gets turned around.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Mike Trout.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Here comes the first pitch. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Angels strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied 1 apiece. Here's Matt Joyce now. His past history with Richards. A number of meetings. He's 1 for 7.
Matt Joyce.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away. Back up the middle. And that's the first out.
Batting 7th, catcher Jonathan Lucroy.
Striding in for Oakland, Jonathan Lucroy. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
Missed with a slider. The 1-2. Still 1-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Pujols is there. 2 gone.
Batting 8th, the shortstop Marcus Semien.
Digging in, Marcus Semien. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And he lays off for ball 1. The 1-1 home. It's a fastball that misses.
What we're seeing here is a guy getting pitched to very carefully. It doesn't matter that there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's a threat to score even when he's standing in the batter's box.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. Richards is ready. 3-1 on its way. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Upton's under it. And that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full, all tied at 1-1. Welcome back to Oakland as we're set for the start of the 3rd from the Coliseum here on MLB Network.
Leading off with the Angels.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Justin Upton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way to Upton. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. The 1-0. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count in the zone. Now the count's even again.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle of the order guys. That's back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
Striding in once again, Zach Cozart, a base hit in his first trip. First offering on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Next up for the A's, Matt Chapman, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Third baseman.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Windup and the 0-1. Needed a sand wedge for that one. Swung on and missed. Chapman is a highly regarded defender, especially as corner infielders go. Some guys at first or third are there because they can hit, but he takes a lot of pride in his defense, and as a result, it's definitely not uncommon for him to make an impact on the game with his glove. Here comes another 0-2. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
2-2.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
Ready for another chance, Jed Lowry. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Chapman Leads off second with nobody out. 0-2 the count to Jed Lowry.
Oh, I love this, boys. Mano-y-mano. He's coming to get him with back-to-back big-time heaters.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Another 0-2 coming. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's in there. Base hit. And that'll score the run from second as they jump in front now, 2-1.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
In now, Boog Powell, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1 pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line.
But it drops foul down there in the home bullpen area.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Into the box now, Stephen Piscotty, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. And a fastball just a bit up. And there he goes towards second. Now a throw over to first, and he's back standing. Runners on first with 1 down.
3 balls and 2 strikes for Stephen Piscotty.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
On the ground for Kinsler. This could be 2. Simmons over to Pujols, and it's a double play that'll get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in to try it again, Cole Calhoun. He drew a base on balls his first time up.
Cole Calhoun.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. Here's a strike. And he's able to fight this one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. In now is Andrelton Simmons. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First delivery to him on the way. And a great change of pace has him off balance, a swing and a miss.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Here's Chris Young. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The A's lead it 2-1. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Chris Davis, set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Chris Davis.
And that's cut on and missed, 0-1. Called strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Now batting, third baseman.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attacking the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Here's Matt Joyce now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Joyce, a native Floridian. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end.
And the second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. A's are gone in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Into the box now, Martin Maldonado. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Martin Maldonado.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
That's inside. 2-0. Hit hard on the ground to short. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the 5th.
Well, that's a nice base hit right there. Way to break up the rhythm. That was almost 8 in a row. This guy was starting to get his bearings about him on the mound. Had to break it up.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, as he'll follow one into the dirt and come up empty for the first strike. He's 1 for 2 in this. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
When in doubt, take a step off the mound, grab the rosin bag, and take a deep breath. After a leadoff single, now you almost drilled the guy with the next pitch. You have to find a way to rely on your mechanics.
1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
One strike.
The 2-1. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, strike 2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Maldonado on at first, nobody out. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A ball and 2 strikes now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Line to the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2. And he's able to find a knockout there.
Here's Justin Upton now as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. No hits to this point. The 1-0. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line towards center field. And that's going to get down out there. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third. So they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
Here's Albert now. And guys, this is clearly one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game so far.
Yeah, Matt, bases loaded. They're looking to finally get that clutch hit that's kind of been elusive all day. They've had some hits, but they just haven't hit when it mattered.
And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
Oh, here's a drive into the gap in right center as he comes through with extra bases. Now a third runner heading for the plate. He comes across to score as they push the lead to 4-2.
Bases loaded, and he was looking to drive them all in the second he stepped into the box. Puts a big swing on this thing, and the ball just gets down to the wall, allowing everyone to come around and score. He'll take a 3-run double every day of the week.
Into the box, Zach Cozart. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. The relay to second now, but he's safe. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI two-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now as he rips it on the ground to second. Gloved by Lowry, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrelton Simmons, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Down and away, ball 1.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
Now the 1-1 pitch is put in play to the right side of the infield. Taken there by Lowry. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Halos lead this one 5-2. In now, Jonathan Lucroy. He popped out in his first trip.
Jonathan Lucroy.
First pitch on its way. And that misses, ball 1.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly into the concrete staircases and gone. For Jonathan Lucroy, first home run of the campaign for him, and it's a 5-3 game now.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Standing in now, Marcus Semien. Pujols has a play. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Slider stayed too low, ball 2.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
2-0 count. The pitch is in there for strike 1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Chapman is retired. 2 down now.
Now batting, second baseman,
Digging in and looking for more, Jed Lowry. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. First delivery to him on the way. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. In his career, Lowry is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. Richards peers in. Here's the 0-1.
Nope.
And a fastball just a bit high. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Now the 2-1. And it's fouled away.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And he fouls this one off. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Changeup stayed low that time for ball 3. The 3-2 pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw over to Pujols at first. He'll take care of him to end the inning. But the A's get one back thanks to the solo home run. Through 5 innings, it's the Angels 5 and the A's 3. Emilio Pagan takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 15, Emilio Pagan.
Striding in once again, Chris Young. A pop out and a ground out for him to this point.
Designated hitter, Chris Young.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Nope.
And a fastball just a bit up.
Count was 1
Boy,
and
it's
2.
hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Now batting, captain Martin.
Digging in and looking for more, Martin Maldonado. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to find a way to lower your sights or it's going to be a tough game.
After it is Davis, but he doesn't have a chance. It's over his head. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that 2-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
In now, Ian Kinsler. Fouled off. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A 1 pitch on its way. Fouled away. Maldonado leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Powell ranging back to the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall.
Man, that's got to be a base running mistake right there. But taking a look at it, I guess in his defense, he had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught. By the time he saw it get down, the ball was already on its way back to the infield.
Mike Trout will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
First pitch of the at-bat. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. The relay throw, and they won't come close to getting him. He's in there at third.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded, and only one run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back. Stepping in now, Albert Pujols. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked right there, and he went after it.
He did, D-Row, and I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base that they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit hard.
Into the box, Zach Cozart as he puts it on the ground to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Angels 7 and the A's 3. Digging in once again, Boog Powell. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Oh, and that liner caught him. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball down near the shoe tops. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
The short, hit hard, taken in by Simmons. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
The left fielder, number 2.
Ready once again, Chris Davis. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. And that misses for ball 1. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little early.
High pop up. Pujols shading to his right. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Deficit holds at 4. It's 7-3. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. The Angels are out on top in this one as we get caught up on our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Yusmeiro Petit is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cole Calhoun, 0 for 2 for him to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
The 1-1 home. Lifted down the line in left. Here comes Davis, and no one will track it down.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Up next for the Angels, shortstop.
In now is Andrelton Simmons. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch on its way. Here's a little chopper up the middle to his left, Semien, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Chris Young.
Here's Chris Young, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering, and it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1 and 2. The 1-2. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one in the leading off the inning, Matt Olson, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Hit on the ground toward the left. Cozart showing off his range. And there's one away.
Now batting, a designated hitter, Matt.
Ready for another shot now, Matt Joyce. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Now here comes Angels manager Mike Scioscia on his way to the mound, and he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave here with one out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W.
Your attention, please.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. And the throw to Pujols is in time for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Jonathan Lucroy.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles on that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. We'll look ahead to inning. Ready for another chance? Martin Maldonado. He hit a two-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Maldonado.
He's set. Here it comes. Needed a sand wedge for that one. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. Lucroy has it, and he makes the throw to first. Maldonado is retired, and there's one away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt, and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Semien over to his left, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. 8th inning from Oaktown. A's leading this one over their Southern California rival Angels as we get a look at the line score through the first 7 and change. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. From the stretch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Now the 0-2 pitch. Soft liner towards short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3. They hang on to a 7-3 lead. Striding in for Oakland, Marcus Semien. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. His career numbers with Tyler Skaggs, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. 0-1. Here it comes. On a line, that's a base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with one away.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Here's Jed Lowry now. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. So far 2 for 3 in this one. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. Chapman, base runner at first with 1 out. Fly ball out toward left center field. And Upton's got this one. 2 away now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. And, Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, man, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
2-0 now. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
Popped him up. Pujols moving to his left. And that retires the side. The A's strand 1. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Here's Justin Upton now. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit, batting at an even .400. He also has 1 home run. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he fouls this one off. Line to the right side. And that is into right field. So the leadoff man's aboard here to kick off the 9th.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw the front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
Here's Albert now. Fouled off. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. This one's flared toward left center. In comes Powell, but he won't get there. It falls in. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
Standing in now, Zach Cozart. Bounce it to the left side. A throw to the plate. The tag is there by Lucroy, and they got him at the plate. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Obviously, they got a little over-aggressive there. When you've got the lead like this, you can afford to do that a little more. We'll see if that lost run ends up being a factor at all.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Line toward right center. And that is down for extra bases, as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Just a great at-bat there. That 1-out double gets a run across, and now they've got runners at second and third and are 1 solid swing away from making this a real big inning.
Digging in to try it again, Andrelton Simmons. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. And the second run will score as well.
I guarantee you at release point, he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
A nothing pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss. Three runs already home here. And here's a ball hit in the air.
But this one lands in the bullpen area, a foul ball.
Ready with the 0-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Ready now for L.A. Martin Maldonado. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled away. Simmons stands at second with 2 gone. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Angels 10 and the A's 3. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He's through first and hustling for second. And he will get there as the A's have themselves a leadoff double. Next up for the A's, Chris Davis. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. No one out with a runner at second. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And 2 count. Here's the pitch. That was a curveball that never really broke, stayed high.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Chris Davis. Hit hard on the ground at first. A dive by Pujols. Hey now.
Great diving stop down there at first to get the out. If that ball gets to the outfield, the whole complexion of this inning drastically changes.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. He turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Missed with a breaking ball. Now the 1-1 pitch. 2-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Last strike now for Oakland. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Popped him up. Maldonado waits on it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and they know this is going to be a tough stretch on the road. To win the first game of the series has got to feel pretty good. Something to build on for tomorrow.
10-3 at the end of this contest. The Los Angeles Angels used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Garrett Richards gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Angels, 10 runs on 16 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Athletics, 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 40 minutes. Our paid attendance at the Coliseum this afternoon, 34,179. The A's would like to thank you for your attendance and remind you to please drive home safely.
Opening day is behind us, so let's look back at how the first games of the year played out on the diamond. Starting out west in the American League, the Angels put up 16 hits on the day as they dismantled the A's 10-3. The Indians pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 5-1. George Springer drove home 3 runs, leading the Stros to a win over the Rangers 6-3. The Boston Red Sox put together 10 total hits as they destroyed the Rays 6-0. The Toronto Blue Jays defeated the visiting Yankees 2-0. The Minnesota Twins totaled 11 hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 7-4. The Tigers sank the visiting Buccos 2-1. The Chicago White Sox sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 5-2. The Phillies had 12 hits as a team as they nabbed an extra innings win over the Braves 3-2. The Miami Marlins racked up 11 hits as a team as they secured the win in extra innings against the Cubs 6-5. The Mets combined for a 4-hitter as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 2-0. The Nationals combined to allow only 4 hits as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 5-4. DJ LeMahieu reached base safely 4 times in this one, leading the Rockies to a win against the Diamondbacks 5-4. Madison Bumgarner grabbed the victory with his 10 Ks as the Giants defeated their rival Dodgers 2-1. The Milwaukee Brewers knocked out 12 hits as a team as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 7-4. That does it for the recap of opening day. Baseball is back. Don't forget to join us tomorrow morning and all season long for the latest.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Time for Game 2 of the regular season between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Oakland A's. Number 17 makes his big league debut right after this. Andrew Triggs, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, thanks, Matt. On the bump now is Andrew Triggs. Not your conventional over-the-top, more of a low three-quarter guy, sinker slider type of guy, but he does throw hard. His sinking fastball anywhere from 92 to 94 miles an hour. He makes his living on throwing pitches out of the zone. You'll know if he's on early, getting ahead, strike one, making him chase those bad breaking balls off the plate.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, I'm excited to watch Justin Upton right now. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
So the base is empty here with one away, and standing in the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. First pitch coming, here it is. Back up the middle. Lowry on the move, he has it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 8, Justin Upton.
In now for the Angels, Justin Upton. Here's the first pitch to him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Piscotty is there, and it's a 3-pitch inning as the side is retired. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. Angels nothing, A's coming to bat. We're back after this on MLB Network. Shohei Ohtani, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1 of the season on the road.
Yeah, Matty, not easy to start opening day on the road and grab a W in the opponent's ballpark. But that's what happened, and they come into game 2 with a chance to set the tone in this series.
Hit out towards second. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, after the leadoff knock right there, you know what they say. You get that leadoff guy on, I don't care how it's done. He usually comes around to score. But let's tip our hat to the pitcher. He set the tone in the top of the first, retiring him in all.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. Ground ball foul down the left side. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Working for the punch out and the offering. Misses, ball 2. Lowry gets his lead at first, nobody out. Throw over to the bag, runner back standing. The 2-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Simmons ranging into the outfield, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, you got to love what Jonathan Lucroy does for this offense. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
So digging in now, Stephen Piscotty. First chance for him here with a runner at first and one gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a soft liner in there. A base hit. Throw just does beat him to the bag, and that was pretty close. Here's Chris Davis now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see
the dish, D-Row, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem I think at times hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Again, he sends it out of play. Now another 1-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Here's Albert now. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
First baseman number 5, Albert Pujols.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1. And Dan Vero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They didn't get it done here in front of a big opening day crowd, but they'll look to get back on track here.
Yeah, Matty, I know it's not do or die. It's only game 2 of the season, but you never want to drop the home opener, and you certainly don't want to find yourselves 0-2 when you leave the ballpark today.
So he goes back-to-back with the same pitch and got him to chase it both times. He did very well.
So he was confident doubling up. Does he triple up on it?
It's always tough to go back.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Powell ranging back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And known as one of the best framing catchers in the game, Jonathan LaCroix can beat you multiple fashions. Not only can he do it from a defensive standpoint, catching and throwing to second base, but he can also move the ball on the offensive side.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a slider. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. On his way to second is Calhoun. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Batting second, shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
Coming to the plate now, Andrelton Simmons. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And that's the second out.
Oh, that'll make you smile as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, you blow the guy's bat up, and then you make the play yourself. In your head, you're thinking, nice swing, meat.
Here's Luis Valbuena now.
And he hits it hard to the right side.
And that's going to be a base hit, so the Angels are able to score first. It's 1-0.
I know we sit up here and talk about it a lot. Just grabbing the momentum, trying to tack on early runs as quick as possible. It allows the pitcher to go out there, relax, attack the strike zone. It keeps everybody involved. That 2-out RBI, I know it's early, but that just gives everyone a chance to just relax and compete.
Here's Chris Young.
He swings and grounds it to short.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 in the inning here for the Angels on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Angels 1 and the A's nothing. Striding in for Oakland, Matt Olson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Line to the right side.
But no one can get to this one as it's down for a foul ball inside the visitors' bullpen.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
Calhoun is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And we have to focus on one of the best players in all of our sport. Mike Trout, center fielder. Just as fun to watch him play defense as it is to watch him hit. This guy gets after it with his hair on fire. It's like watching a middle linebacker play center field.
Here's Matt Joyce now, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball that finds the outside corner. Angels lead at 1-0 here in inning number 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go Brett's bench.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. She'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a little blooper to center. Trout coming on. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Batting 8, the shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Now at the plate, Marcus Semien. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him, and the A's have grabbed a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, I love a team that keeps fighting with 2 outs like they did here. The previous batter gets on board with a single, and his teammate does even better with an absolute bomb. That's good baseball.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. Here's a high pop-up. Balbuena is under it, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. In now for the Angels, Martin Maldonado, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.